Building the company we want to work for. That's something that was said from day one when Jason and I were trying to figure out what the heck we were going to do with our lives. And I know myself, and I'm sure most of y'all have all worked for companies you didn't want to work for, right? We all have to work at a place to make money, but the opportunity that we have in creating the company that we want to work for is we get to build it our way, right? There's no one telling us how we need to do this. There's no one telling us, we need to do a certain thing, or we need to micromanage this, or we have to build a company that's only after the money, right? And if I think about, in my mind, what is the most special about what we built over the last 4 years, we generated $8.5 million worth of revenue last year, but behind that, it was always about the 118 families that started off 2020 in a new place to call home. Creating custodies for life. That's what we call them. Custodies is just always what we call them, so we wanted to work that into our core values. What does it mean to create custodies for life? Well, if I think back to some of our first customers, our very first one, Leroy Chavez, not only does he still love us as a business, he and I are about to get together and finally start working on that 72 Cutlass that's been sitting in my driveway since we started Braustin, right? Building a house, for some people, we're done once they move in, right? For what we're trying to do, it's about more than that. It's about building a house and selling them a house that, one, they can afford to continue living in, right? We're not interested in selling homes just to get a sale if we know we're setting that family up for failure. We're not interested in building a home any other way than the way we would do for our family, right? Every home we build, we need to treat it like we're building a home for our mom. And keep in mind that although this may be the 301 time we've done it, for that family, it's their first go-round. This is probably the most commonly used phrase in Braustin is we'll figure it out. Why? Because 4 years in, we still don't really know what the heck we're doing. Right? That's just the reality of it. We did not expect in 2020 for a global pandemic to hit us and cause us to lose over $1 million in sales in a period of 2 weeks. Didn't see that coming, but we figured it out. Right? Starting off 2021, factories are running a little slow. We've had to adjust our projections for this year by about 200 homes. But we're gonna figure it out, right? That's just part of driving a successful business, and in some ways, that's the stress and the fun of it. We don't really know what's gonna happen, but what I do know is if we do our part, we'll figure it out. We play to win. One, I feel like most of this team is just dang competitive. Nobody is signing up. Nobody wants to go work for the team that's going to lose, right? That ties into building the company we want to work for. Nobody wants to work for a losing team. Nobody wants to play for a losing team. We are playing to win. Not only because we're competitive, but because the families that count on this industry to put a roof over their head desperately need us to win. The way it's being done, the way it's always been done, is not good enough. That's why we started this company to begin with, right? The industry needs us to win. Your families need us to win. And when we show up every day, we're showing up to win, right? Does that mean we're always gonna win? No. Losses are gonna happen. We're gonna learn from them, and then we're gonna figure it out. And then we're gonna win the next day. Number 5, for profit and for people. And I'll tell you, for profit is first, very intentionally. Profit is like the blood of a business. A business cannot survive without profit, right? Businesses have bills to pay. If there's not money there to do it, none of us have a business to go to. Not to scare you, that's just the reality of driving a business, right? And all those families that are counting on us to change the industry, to make a difference in both their lives and the lives of their friends and family, need us to be profitable so we have the opportunity to be for people. Does that make sense? We're not a nonprofit. We're here to make money so we can grow and get better and take care of more families. But we're also never gonna be one of those corporations that puts the dollar above everything else, right? We started this company 4 years ago with the belief that we could do both. We could be for profit, and we could be for people, and over the last 4 years, y'all have shown that is possible. No one is bigger than the team. And that goes just as much for me as anybody else. If we get to a place in time where I am not the right person to lead the team, I will gladly step aside and let the right person come in, right? It's about what we're all trying to do together. And again, that requires everybody working their best individually and their best in sync with each other and everybody else.